What up, soul homies? 14? 14? 15? Nah, that's not 15, is it? Could it be? 16? Holy shit. How do, 16? Fucking cool. That was a nice surprise. This message. This is more of a message. Kind of a LSA. Lightworker service announcement. I'm trying to set the stage a little bit. This one's going to go out to my lightworker homies, my soul homies, my soul tribe. It's September 25th, 2017. Glad to be here. Glad to be anywhere. Had to go out and do some 3D stuff today. It wasn't so bad. It was mostly positive. It was all positive. All of it. I don't even think I flipped anyone off today. We're just going to have to say that I don't. So, for anyone that's on a path that is more along the spiritual design, I just want to assure you of a few things. Because I know you all, there's a lot of you to do videos. Oh, and I'm not going to freaking leave out the TruthSeekers either, because you guys are all related. We're all trying to do the same thing. That's make the freaking Earth a better place to be. We're all trying to save the Earth. And our own Earth, and our own little corners of the Earth that we live in. So, I hear a lot of people, it doesn't matter what category you fall in the preceding that I just mentioned, you all have the same goal. The fact is the world is changed. It has. It already has. We all know it. It's safe to go by heart space more these days. So, what I'm saying is, y'all don't got to explain yourself for anything. At all. What we do, all of us, takes a lot of energy. And what we got to go back to is, remember that saying, I don't know if they even teach anymore, patience is a virtue. So, it's cool if light workers and, we'll call you my freaks. If we're all the same frequency, you all my freaks. F-R-E-Q, freaks. Frequency, same frequency, you all and me. Anyway, if this ends up on your radar, then this stuff will make sense to you anyway. So let me just start, let you know that we can all go by heart space now, and we don't need to justify ourselves. Time is irrelevant. We all know that. So for you, my fucking beloved, I love my tarot readers. I have so many. You want to see, if I endorse somebody, I subscribe. So check out my subscriptions. It's kind of like letting people see your playlist. You want to know about how somebody is? Check out somebody's fucking playlist. Oh yeah, for sure, that's so telling. Anyway, check out who I subscribe to. Just so many tarot readers. I love tarot readers, and they've been so kind to me. I'm an Aries, and they just have been so supportive, and they just have so much support just in their voice, in their heart space, So, to piggyback on that, ladies, gentlemen, you guys use a lot of freaking energy to provide this information, alright? Technology is glitchy. I mean, the freaking frequency of the planet's raising. Why would you think that would not impact technology? My point is, stop giving yourself time limits. I was in IT. Let me be a lesson to you. You'll get it done when you get it done. You get it done when the stars align, and that allows for it. If somebody's paying for a service, we are our own currency. yeah, we want to do things, we want to be people of integrity, and we want to do things on time, and the one way to prove that we are of integrity is to give ourselves time limits and meet those deadlines. The fact is, we can't freaking be spewing about how we live on a new earth and not start acting like how we live on a new earth. So we got to condition people. I'll get it done in divine timing. Some days, like, I wake up and all I do is freaking talk and, go out and try and spread my light in the world and support people that do good things and that kind of jazz. I don't read tarot cards, but what I do freaking takes a lot of energy too. And some days I don't freaking want to get out of bed and do anything. Some days I want to do that and I don't get the chance to comply, but on the days that I can, I freaking won't get out of bed unless I don't got to. I don't got no place to be. Anyway, not for lack of effort. So, and, we get, people are just, I think it's the light bulb that tripped people up, is that, they got too used to freaking being able to turn on the light switch and there's instant gratification, and for some reason they think that should carry out into every area of their lives. Whether you're waiting at the line at the grocery store, everybody has to wait, and people just have been in so, with the freaking interwebs and all that shit, that they just have become indignant and fucking self-righteous and forgot virtues like, patience and integrity and doing what you're gonna do when things allow, because there's a lot of freaking glitchy shit, man, that comes up. I mean, it's like it snowballs. It's shit freaking snowballs fucking quick. It's just one little glitch is enough to throw a wrench into your day. And it almost happened to me a couple times today, but I freaking managed to pull it off and have a couple of good rad stories that okay, I'll sell one of them. The universe guides me in the most magical, beautiful ways. And earlier this morning, a man across the street, older man, and he's been on my radar. I've seen who he is, and he's put things out that, like, you could tell belong to his wife. So you can tell in the last year that she's transitioned onto a higher frequency and into a brighter light. And he came up, and my dogs were out, and they were just going crazy. And I'm like, please. He's like, and it was just a total miscommunication, and I was anxious because they were anxious, and I'm trying to calm down because I've mentioned this before. There's so much traffic, and people like walk by and like will slow down on purpose when I ask them, because it's like so busy. I gotta freaking like designate when I can let them out, and they live here because it's so busy. And like, these ladies walked past the other day, and I was like, can you just, because they were looking at the stream. It's a fucking goddamn eyesore. And the fence is black. It's so stupid. Anyway, it's another story, but and they stopped and looked at it, and my dogs were out. My dogs are going crazy, and I ran in to do something, and they came back out, and they were still going ballistic for a long time, and these broads were just freaking looking at this stream with this. And I'm like, dude, can you guys, like, move it along? You're freaking my dogs out. They're just trying to go to the bathroom. And this is how freaking people are. They freaking, one lady, like, starts to, like, walk fast, like, she was remorseful, like, didn't mean any harm. She started to go. Another lady just kind of started meandering, just going slow. And I'm like I'm an empath. I'm a Heyoka. I'm a freaking, you can't lie to me with your heart space. You can't. And then, like, the youngest girl, I don't know how old she is. Anybody under 20, y'all, looks 12 to me these days. But she stops and just looks at me. And I'm like, I'm trying to be fucking nice here. how about this? Since you're not so responsive to that, get on up the fucking road, you dumb bitches. My dogs live here. They're protecting their home. It's what dogs do. You're being disruptive. And they went on their way. Why does it have to get to that? Just, why do people gotta be intentionally disruptive? Why isn't, like, serenity the go-to? Anyway, so this man comes, it was the same outcome. This gentleman comes up, you know, I'm anxious, and he's like, is your power on? And that's all he was trying to do, is he was trying to freaking see if the power's on, because his was off. And I was just like, and I got snarky, and I was like, not, because I know who he is, so I was like, trying to get my point across to please go away. The power's off. I'm trying not to be mean. And then I got the dogs inside. And then I had errands to do, but I couldn't leave it that way. So what I did was I went and knocked on his door, and he answered, and it's cool because I have a sign about my dog having a liquor license, and he had one on his front door, and the story just keeps getting better. So I knock on his door, and I'm like, sir, I said, I owe you an apology. I didn't mean you any disrespect. But there's just so much traffic, and they get worked up, and then I get worked up, and I got one that redirects, and my name's, and I just, and he was like, oh, he was totally cordial. I mean, the guy's got to be in his 80s. Wait, probably 75, I would say. I don't know how much older he was than his wife. Anyway, so we start chatting, and I'm like, I just want to come down and let you know that, the power, I think it might be just isolated to this side of the stream. And I said, I'd be glad to make a phone call for you. And he's like, oh no, my phone works, it works, I just, my phone works, I was just getting ready to call. And I was like, alright. And, I don't know, how did we get on the topic? Oh, I introduced myself. I said, my name is Margie, whichever. And he's like, he got the biggest smile on his face, and he goes, that was my late wife's name. She died 15 months ago. And I was like, I noticed that. I've seen things, and I kind of put things together, and I said, but she's still here, yet, and one day you guys will be all reunited, and it won't even seem like you guys were apart. And he's like, oh yeah, I know, and she has our boys. Our boys both died when they were 37 years old. And I was like, I got like chicken skin. And I was like, wow, then she hasn't been alone. They were there to greet her and stuff. And he's like, yeah, he's like, it was, they both died when they were 37. For the longest time, I thought, shit, I'm going to die when I'm 73. And then he's like, well, what happened was that she died when she was 73. And I was like, dude, I got errands to do, and you can't be freaking telling me stories that make me want to just sit here and hang out with you all day, because I got to go. But maybe one day we could have coffee. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. Because all people want to do is fucking share themselves in stories. And this guy, I can already tell by the rose bushes in his backyard that he's got a bunch of doozies, and people like that they're the ones that teach you shit if you pay attention. So I excused myself because like I said, I had errands and chores to do, and so I started walking away, and I'm like, I didn't catch his name, and I just turned around and I tripped because I'm clumsy as shit, and I tripped and I turned around and he caught him before his door closed, and I was like, I didn't catch your name, what's your name? And he's like, Jerry. And I was like, that's my brother's name. And we both just smiled, and I'm like, I gotta go. And I left. So my point is, we live in a world now where the universe guides us and directs us. All we have to do is live in our integrity that wouldn't have happened if I knew I was an asshole and I needed to freaking go back and make it right. And as a result of that, I ended up getting a fucking $33 bag of fucking dog food for $20. I mean, the universe takes care of us. There's enough abundance for everybody. But it's our social responsibility. And there's another story, but I'm not going to tell that one until later, because that one's still coming. It's still unraveling, but I would be unjust if I only told a halfway story about there's so many wonderful, beautiful things that happen on a daily basis. It just is contingent on where we're focusing, where our focus is. You know, basically this video is for anyone that believes in God. Whether it's an entity, whether you think it's an entity, a freaking consciousness, a source, good orderly direction, just doing the next right thing and sake of for doing the next right thing just for the sake of it. Just because it's the freaking most humanly decent thing to do. And I know those examples are getting fewer and far between. But everybody that I listed before who this video is for, if it comes across your radar, hang in there. Things are freaking getting good. Things are getting super good. Here's my commercial. Straight people like rainbows too, because they do, in the color spectrum. Because I'm a spectrometer. Read my preamble if you care to, or not. Help me by supporting my mission 2222. No shipping in the Salem, Oregon or Omaha, Nebraska area for pickup or delivery. Pickup or delivery in Salem, not Omaha. Pickup only in Omaha. Austin Embroidery, best embroiderer in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Help me by supporting my mission, by giving people the best days of their lives, whether they know it or not. It would mean more if they didn't. Surprises are good. Plus, my ego don't need the recognition. I gotta keep that shit in check. Anyway, I think I'm about done. So y'all have a good day. Again, teach people, teach people how they need to treat you. You get to decide that shit, not them. Nope. Whatever is in your close proximity, your frequency is too precious. Don't let people freaking shake that shit. It ain't theirs to mess with. Vibe higher. When you're around freaking low vibing freaking pukes, drag their asses up to where you are. Don't go down to where they are. And trust me, if you think that I do not know how easy it is to get freaking triggered, I'm a goddamn Aries. Some days I ground myself just so I don't go out and hurt anybody's feelings too much. So y'all have a good day. Peace.